Welcome in everyone. How to drop ship on Facebook Marketplace, step-by-step guide. And this is an amazing business model. And I wanted to tell you guys that obviously it's a easier barrier of entry to get started. All right. And as I've been learning about this business model for over a year now, I'm in a mastermind with a good friend, and it's been great. I've seen a lot of people win, and I see a lot of people making sales daily. So this is going to be a quick, simple, step-by-step tutorial on how to do it. Okay, I don't want to overcomplicate it, especially if you're just beginning, or maybe you guys have just got started and you just need more clarity on a few things on the distributor side, suppliers, and just that full route. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen here in a few moments. But first off, I want to tell you guys, this business model, it's against Facebook's terms of service. You are not allowed to dropship on Facebook's marketplace, okay? That's just how it is. A lot of people always ask that question, and yeah, it's not against the rules. But as long as you play within Facebook's rules, you'll be able to get by, make your profit, and make all your customers happy. And just know, every business, there's risk, especially since this is a low barrier of entry. You don't really need any money to get started. You just need to fulfill products. You can even use your credit card, and then Facebook will pay you, right? You'll get, or you could do other methods, which we always recommend when it comes down to them paying us directly to PayPal. So there's so many ways to do it. But I want to give you guys the bare minimum, because as you start to learn and grow and scale, you'll find methods and you'll start to become what my old mentor used to tell me. And it was a very successful entrepreneur I used to work with, Ty Lopez. And he said, you need to be a creative problem solver. Okay. And that's why people are being pushed out of this business model daily and new people are coming in. Okay. So you guys might be the ones that are just coming in. Just know that business, there's always risk towards building any type of business daily, but it's what makes us stand out, last long, is us being able to be creative problem solvers. There might be little bumps along the road, but if you're just able to just push right through, you'll be able to scale this business model and come up with a lot of different solutions. Okay, so let's get into it. I'm going to share with you a few things, and by the end of this, if you guys stick around, I'll give you my actual link to my profit calculator and how that works and why that plays a role in this whole system and business model. So let's go into it. All right, so this is the back end of Facebook, and what we're going to do right now is I'm going to show you guys real quick where Marketplace is, okay? So this is the Marketplace, and there's a lot that we can look into. I want you guys to just browse around if you haven't. If you have and you guys just want to know more about the suppliers and more details on that, stick around. We'll be talking about that here in a bit. First, what I want to be able to share is the best category for anyone starting in, especially out here in Las Vegas. You guys can see I'm out in Las Vegas, is the garden and outdoors. It's a great category. I would start here and start finding products to sell in this category. Okay. Next thing I want to show you guys is just how to create a listing. Very, very simple. We go right here to create new listing, and then you hit item for sale. And then we can start that process. All right. So the next step that I want to show you guys is my suppliers. So my first supplier is eBay. eBay is a great supplier to just get started. Real quick, I just want to show you guys, I have table right here. So let's just say I'm looking up table. And there's a few criterias when I'm looking for a seller. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of browse through the first page. Just go through there. I see a lot of good stuff. This is pretty solid. A lot of people buy this. Almost 2,000 sold. Wow. So that's the first thing. I want to make sure that they sold a lot. Okay, why? There's a few things. The demand, and like they can actually have the supply for scale. And most of these guys are like warehouses. Hopefully you're not getting someone that's drop shipped, okay? So I looked at how much they sell. I look at the rating of the product, and we'll click on one of those. And then the last thing is I look at this. This is great. Top rated plus. And it says sellers with highest buyer ratings, returns money back, and ships in a business day with tracking. So that's all good stuff. And pretty much a plus if the seller has that for the suppliers or for the products that I'm looking for from that supplier. So let's go into that. Let's go to someone that has that. For example, this one. Okay, I was recently looking up a table. So let's say I click this. We saw that there's 371 sold. And what I like about eBay is it tells you the dates it was sold. So yeah, competition can spy on itself. But this is kind of showing you that it sells and it works and it's been consistent, especially in the last month or so. So that's good. So I click back. I see that it's selling and it's consistent. And also, I always look at the rating. I mean, this one is, look, they have over, is this a mil? Yeah, that's over a mil. A million. So feedback's good for 97% positive feedback over a mil. That is amazing. That is great. All right. So I'd probably use this. I'd probably list this, and it's as simple as literally just copying this or, saving that, pasting that, adding photos. Next thing I'd look at is the title. Okay. So I got the title there. I wouldn't copy this exact title. I try to find my own title. So make sure that you kind of get a different title, not exactly this verbatim, but you can use a lot of the keywords. Okay. It's all about keywording when it comes to posting and listing products. Price, I'll be giving you guys a calculator. You want to kind of make 10 to 15. And if you can make 20% profit, that's great. That's a great foundation, great start for drop shipping. And I'll give you guys that pricing calculator so you guys can calculate that. Towards the end of this video, I'll give you guys more info on that. Category, condition, and then you want to put the description. I just get the description from here and I'll just copy and paste it exactly as it is. Boom. Okay. Reason why is because so many customers, when you're doing customer service, they always ask about the dimensions, always ask this. So this is big. Okay. So making sure you have that on the listing. So it just saves you a lot of time from having to always go back, look it up. So you guys make sure you do that. And then the last thing, as you know, that's listing. But the last thing when it comes down to a hack I use to find a lot of products, I'll actually click on the seller. And the seller, if they have one product that's good, this might be a manufacturer. I mean, you can look them up. This might be a warehouse. Okay. So that they're able to do it at scale and sell so many items. So now you have multiple items that you could sell and you can start listing. So this is just one seller. Imagine, there's tens of thousands on sellers on eBay. And I even look at this one, like this vanity set with mirror. I mean, this is amazing as well. Because I look at it and I see just the power of, just the online space with like the beauty industry. I know these go for anywhere from $400, $500, $600 is what a lot of people purchase these for. So this is going to be a good price and you'll sell a lot. Okay. I mean, for that price, it's a steal. I'm sure that's why it sold so many. So want to give you guys just more options that you guys can sell. So I look at a few of those things when it comes down to the ratings, how many they've sold. And if they're selling that much and they're getting a lot of good ratings, especially at 97%, you'll find so many products that that they have. And then you can go ahead and you can get a lot of listings just from here, and you can just optimize the keywords and everything. And I have videos on optimizing keywords so that you guys can be effective and bump to the top in your search, especially for the Facebook. All right. So that's my first supplier. My next supplier is Walmart. So going back, and here's Giving Assistant. If you guys don't know what Giving Assistant is, it's a Chrome extension. If you guys buy, especially on Walmart, you get 2% cash back. So if you're fulfilling, like let's say you're fulfilling $10,000, you'll get 2% of that 10 grand for free, which is good. I mean, and I can just activate that. It's a free extension and it's just free money. Okay. If you want to say no to free money, then you don't need that. So let's say we go here. Desk is good. Okay. Few criterias that I look at when I am selling on, or not selling on Walmart, but finding suppliers on Walmart. There's a few key things that I look at. The first thing I look at is the delivery. I want to make sure it's two-day delivery. Okay. Why? We want to compete with all the fast shippers, and especially customers. They want their stuff out fast. It's just how it is. And we can have the best customer service experience for them. Number two is I look at the ratings. So this has 1,800 ratings. So I always look at the ratings. You want to make sure that that's good. That's a high rating. So this would probably be like an ideal product. And then the last thing is I make sure that they're not someone like a third-party seller. Like this one, it says sold and shipped by Hey Needle. Hey Needle is fine. They're good. But if I don't know it like this, K Taxon, then I wouldn't do it because they have a lot of regulations and you want to make sure you look at the terms of service. Sometimes they don't take the refund or the return. So there's a lot of things that you want to, you're taking risk if you go to these third-party suppliers without actually reading what their return policies are. Okay. So that's just a disclaimer. I want you guys to cover yourself and be safe. So I go here, post all that. If you guys want to find the actual features, go here, paste that in the description, right? That's right here where the description's at. And you got a product, and then you want to make sure that you actually price it correctly. All right. So that's what it is when you're looking at Walmart. You want to make sure that 2-day delivery. I'd always recommend that. I'd always recommend high ratings for the actual product, and then making sure it's not from a third party seller. And see, these all, like this one says pro seller, so they've sold a lot. This one, it's still kind of iffy. So they're still kind of growing and building their credibility as a seller, as a third party seller. So that's why you guys got to be mindful of what even like Best Choice. I remember Best Choice product, I couldn't return it. And this was like a year and a half, 2 years ago, and I got mad at this supplier and I just couldn't return it. So I had to eat the negative from the customer, and I had to have the customer return it directly to me to at least have that. All right. So wanted to just give you guys that info as far as the suppliers, looking at it and making sure that you guys look at all these criterias when you're utilizing this Walmart.com as a I want to say third party supplier, but these are pretty much the two main ones that have been working for a lot of the students, a lot of the people that we in the partner are working with, and it's been able to keep us in the green. So then we don't have a lot of angry customers, and we have a healthy account on Facebook. All right. So a few things as you guys just saw this whole business model that I want to give you guys. Number one is you need 3 to 5 high quality listings a day. Okay. And it might not be the best starting off, but you'll eventually get better. And then you can eventually train someone to do this like a VA or whatnot. Okay. So that's number one, is 3 to 5 quality listings a day. This is about more exposure, more eyes on your products. And how to do that? You just need more products out there. So 3 to 5 quality pieces a day. The game is consistency. Number two is you want to make sure that you find a right supplier. That's why I kind of showed you guys from eBay to Walmart how to evaluate these suppliers, so that if they scale out or even just like simple one-off products, you want to make sure that it gets to your customer, right? That's number two. Okay, finding a good supplier. I give you guys all the criteria. Go back and watch it, write everything down, because this is what I look at really quick to know if this is a good product to sell and if it's a good person that will be able to fulfill it as far as like the company, the manufacturer. Number three, amazing customer service. You need a lot of communication, over communication, especially, for example, you have a customer that says, oh, I want to cancel it, but you already sent it out. So over communicating with the customer to know that it's already been sent out, so you can already cover all ground, and they can be like, okay, great. Thank you for always letting me know. It's just really great with over communication. And I'd rather over communicate than under communicate. Okay. So make sure you guys have amazing communication when it comes to going out there and sending forth what you need to do when it comes to customer service. Customer service has always got to be the top. And I think that's what allows a lot of us to want to be part of those companies, customers, and just be a part of just supporting their company because of the customer service they give. I know that's me, and that's a lot of people out in the space. High end, and the best customer service is just a lot of communication. Number four is this profit. You're actually making profit. And I'm going to give you guys the profit tracking sheet calculator. I have a page where you guys can download the PDF, or you guys can go and watch my video on it that explains it a little bit more. So I do have a training on it on my channel, so you guys can check that out. All right. Anything else? If you guys have any other questions, you guys can drop it below. If any of you guys ever want to be part of a mastermind setting where we do like weekly calls, I'm not the one that runs it or really teaches this actively. I have so much going on in this space. I have a friend, a really good friend of mine that I really respect, and he's a good man of faith. So if you guys want to connect, message me on Facebook and just say, hey, dropshipping, marketplace, dropshipping, FBMP, Facebook dropshipping, and we can go from there. I'll connect you guys, and then the rest is history to see if you guys are a good fit and if you want to do it. If not, if you guys are just getting your toes wet or, just getting started, try this out. Try listening to a couple products, and then I'm sure you're going to have a lot of questions. You guys can drop that in the comments below, and hopefully you guys are going to make your first sale. We have people literally that joined 2 days ago and made their first sale today. So it's amazing like how people are, and new people coming into the space are continuously winning. And yeah, I mean, the platform's evolving, but there's just so much market share out there in the marketplace to be able to gain a little bit of that profit. All right. You guys have a blessed week. Again, profit tracking calculator is down below. Any questions you guys got, feel free to message me, and I will see you guys here in the next video. Be blessed. Have a great week. Take care.
I'm so free, I got no chains running through the wall. Heaven got a playlist. I promise that's my favorite place, man. Faithful over famous. Yeah, faithful over famous. Tell them I'm so free, I got no chains on me. I'm so free, I got no chains on me.